For centuries, people have been looking for a mythical tree, the petals of which, called the Tears of the Moon, are able to heal any disease. The closest to his location was the conquistador Lope Aguirre, but he betrayed the local tribe that saved him from death. The leader of the tribe, being in agony, cursed the Spaniard and his companions, condemning them to eternal life in the Amazon, not allowing him to leave these lands. In 1916, young Englishwoman Lily Houghton and her brother MacGregor went in search of the Tears of the Moon to use them to improve medicine. The London Association of Researchers refuses to help them, refusing to provide an artifact, an arrow tip, without which a mythical tree is impossible. Lily decides to kidnap him from the storage, but in the process is faced with the Uahim, which shares its goal. This man made a generous donation of the association in exchange for the arrowhead, but Lily had already managed to steal it. Uahim promises to spare Lily in exchange for a casket with an artifact. Lily, throwing the box, jumps down and lands on the bus, which was stopped by her brother MacGregor. Opening the box, Uahim discovers that it is empty. Having mistaken in the pronunciation of his name, he immediately kills everyone around. Leaving the association donation made, Uahim demands to find out who the girl who stole the artifact is. The plot transfers us to South America. Frank is the owner of a small tourist ship who arranges performances, scaring city tourists and luring the money from them. Lily and MacGregor, who arrived at the station, face people hired by Uahim. Frank, paying with a Nile for debts, understands that he does not have enough money and decides to confiscate the engine of his boat. Meanwhile, Lily meets Frank, taking him for a businessman. Surprised by her desire to find a mythical tree of life, Frank agrees to take them to the place, learning the amount of reward. In the bar, having met a real businessman, Lily understands that Frank is not the one she was looking for and refuses his services. When Frank notices the ancient artifact on Lily's neck, it reduces the price for the excursion. At that moment, a jaguar appears in the bar, scaring all visitors. Frank takes a battle with a wild cat to distract her, and Lily, impressed by his courage, agrees to his services. Installing the confiscated engine back on the boat, Frank praises his jaguar. At this time, a conflict occurs on the boat. Lily is abducted by Uahim people, but she manages to escape from the cage. Together with Frank, they fight off the mercenaries. Frank jumps into the water to get to his boat, but Lily does not know how to swim and decides to go down the tower, missing the boat. Running away from the mercenaries of Uahim, they are faced with the German aristocrat himself, who arrived in a combat submarine. Frank uses a springboard to jump on a boat and avoid a torpedo that explodes the structure in front. They successfully run away when the submarine gets confused in cables and breaks against the pier. Uahim, who decided to find a person who is close to the Tears of the Moon, stops for the night, where the skipper prepares dinner from caught piranha. MacGregor is going to sleep in a hold, where he faces Jaguar Frank. Uahim finds a cave where Aguirre is captured, a conquistador, damned as a leader for betrayal. Having drunk a little river water on a petrified body, Uahim makes a deal with Aguirre to find the tip of the arrow to search for a mythical tree. After the explosion of the dam, river water poured into the cave, reviving the conquistadors. Frank offers Lily and MacGregor to hide everything valuable in the hold, since thresholds are waiting in front of them. When Lily transfers the tip to his brother, Frank orders Jaguar to bring an artifact, but the spill of wine violates all plans. While Frank and MacGregor are talking, Lily penetrates Frank's cabin and finds a map and documents about his search for a mythical tree. On the deck, MacGregor receives a drift with sleeping pills, and then Lily when Frank comes to the noise. They are kidnapped in the jungle, where Frank finds out that the Ice Eater tribe is another performance that he did not have time to cancel. The Sam trading from the tribe, having read the inscriptions on the arrow tip, helps Lily find the place where the Tree of Life is hidden. Aguirre and his team attack the tribe, taking the tip from Lily. Frank, at the cost of his life, grabs the tip and throws it Lily. Sam advises Lily to escape from Aguirre, and this saves her since Aguirre and his team are captured by the jungle. Lily finds a living Frank, who finally admits that he is about 400 years old. They continue to search for the Tree of Life, leaving MacGregor, who was injured. Frank says that his father served as a mercenary with his father Aguirre, and when his father died, Frank grew up with Aguirre, like his native brothers. When the daughter of Aguirre fell ill, he promised to find medicines and went in search of a Tree of Life, but his team died while they were looking for him. In the end, Frank lures Aguirre into a trap, and his team is petrified away from the river. Without entertainment, Frank builds a village and a boat to continue the search for a Tree of Life and remove the curse. Meanwhile, Uahim finds Lily and MacGregor and blackmail them to force MacGregor to show where the Tree of Life is located. Frank and Lily find the entrance to the cave where the mysterious tree grows, but fall into the hands of Uahim. Lily manages to get one petal, but the rest of the flowers wilted when the moon disappeared. Frank, having caught the petal, lures the conquistadors, and as a result, the stone wall collapses, blocking the river and turning all the conquistadors into stone statues. Lily donates the only petal that Frank managed to convey to MacGregor, and Frank comes to life again, but becomes mortal. The moon illuminates the tree again, and another flower blooms. At the end of the film, Lily teaches Frank to drive a car in London, as promised earlier. I also advise you to watch other videos on my channel. Good luck!